When I say green and gold pride, I ain't talking about money and jury. And the man, I'm from a small town where they don't rate number champions. You know what I mean? Some of the best talent in the world come from right here inside of my city. Griffin GA. Hold up. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. Hold up. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. We done went up on a whole nother level. Gotta watch how we step when we coming through rapping. We done went up on a whole nother level. Watch how we step when we coming through rapping. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. Potential to get it to lock out the vault. You didn't take the risk and don't worry about the loss. You just keep winning, gon' keep hitting their mouth. When I'ma tell you what Griffin about. Yeah, we see y'all, but it all about us. We all out the mud, all y'all get dust. Young say you gon' to the lead, stay away from the streets, I believe. Gotta overrule all your actions, do what you love and go with your passion. Stick with your vision, ain't gotta have glasses to see all the love through all of the madness. Tornado did some damage here, but we still strong standing. With my city win, my whole family sure we been bringing home them championships. One, it's the heart of the fighter, David and Goliath level down the giant. Two, you better grind twice as harder every time if you trying to shine. 3, to get a lot smarter, gotta listen sharper iron. And 4, you know the key going. Number 5, put it all on the line. Hold up. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. Hold up. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. We done went up on a whole nother level. Gotta watch how we step when we coming through rapping. We done went up on a whole nother level. Watch how we step when we coming through rapping. You know I call Griffin home from the city of the unseen and the unsung. You know I love green and gold. If don't nobody rep my city, I will. Griffin GA. Put it down for my time. Want some up? And the map.
I had to make it through the pain. Make it through the pain. When everybody said I can't. I had to make it through the pain. When everybody said I can't. Now everybody know my name. Make it out my city. I had to make it out my city. I had to make it out my city. I had to make it out my city. So many
Our 5U championship matchup is your Riverdale Blackhawks versus the North Henry Tigers, 5U. Congratulations to both of you teams. It's been a hard-fought season, and from what I'm hearing around the league, this is going to be a hard-fought championship game. I can't wait to see the results. This Saturday is going down. Our 5U matchup, another North Henry team, North Henry Tigers versus the College Park Rams, 6U. I've got a chance to cover one game last week in the playoff round. Starting out with the College Park Rams. This running back, number 20, didn't get his name. This kid was having his way against my Spalding Bulldogs. Shout out to this kid and his team for putting on a great performance, knocking out Griffin in the first round of the playoffs. And J.P. Mosley Park, our second team, is the North Henry Tigers, man. They had a hard-fought game against the Georgia Elite Stallions, 6U, tough, gritty defensive team. It was a tough defensive game all game, but somehow the North Henry Tigers was able to dig in the bag and come out with a W as they take down the tough Georgia Elite Stallions in the first round of the playoffs, where they advanced and faced against the Stockbridge Generals. Big 6U took those guys down 19-0 in the semifinal round, leading them to the championship round against College Park. But that takes us right on up to 7U. Riverdale Blackhawks versus the College Park Rams. My, oh my. I got a little history with this. I covered the first game of the season versus the Riverdale Blackhawks, Stepped On Records, and the College Park Rams, a.k.a. Big Bugatti Boys, man. Two of the best teams in the league, clearly, as they both advanced to the championship round. Check out my guy E5 as he cruises in the end zone for a Riverdale touchdown. Shout out to Coach Newt, man. Love those kids. This is one of my league favorites. This kid right here is tough. They call him Dun Dun. Why? Because he done it all. Man, this kid right here can single-handedly take a team down. Yes, sir. But the College Park Rams, they were the only team in the league that had enough firepower to go blow for blow with the Riverdale Blackhawks. Check out CJ as he cruises in the end zone after taking back the opening kickoff for his team. The atmosphere for this game was lit, and it was competitive. As you can see, my boy Dun, get off me, man. You gotta love this kid, man. The spirit, the energy. Man, this kid is gonna be something special if he keeps his head up, stays focused. The sky's the limit. But just like the sky's the limit for him, it's also the limit for this kid right here, Josiah, Big Side, certified big dog. Yeah, that's real. Man, this game was a treat, and it was a great way to open up the season as E5 cruised in the end zone again. But unfortunately, in the season opener, it wasn't enough for the Riverdale Blackhawks as they fall short to College Park in the season opener. This is going to be a rematch in the making, and I can't wait to see how that game turns out. 8U, another Riverdale Blackhawk versus the 8U Georgia Elite Stallions, last year's championship. This is the first game of this is like the third week of the season. A tough defensive game again with the Riverdale Blackhawks going up against the tough, gritty, defensive Georgia Elite Stallions, man. The Georgia Elite Stallions are a force, man. That defense is led by a certified dog. His name is Zaire. Man, that kid is a beast. But Riverdale, man, they have a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. Man, that backfield is second to none. They've led the league in scoring, have not been scored on all season. Congratulations to Riverdale on a great season, man. But the Georgia Elite Stallions, they've been counted out ever since this loss early in the season, and they've been quietly creeping up in the shadows of their expectations. But somehow they have bounced back, and they're headed into the championship to face the Riverdale Blackhawks to defend their throne. Who's going to come out with this win? Everyone wants to know. I can't wait to see the 8U action in the GNYFL championship game as these two teams battle it out for the crown of the 8U division. 9U, North Henry Tigers, Jungle Boys versus the 9U College Park Rams. Yes, sir. Man, this game right here, a lot of people are counting North Henry out. No one thinks they have a chance. You have a high-powered team like College Park Rams, man. These guys are the real deal. Man, I mean, they got weapon after weapon after weapon. They're knocking out teams that are ranked in the nation. They are representing this league at an all-time high. You talk about football at its finest. This is arguably the best team in the league, pound for pound. I love what they've been doing. I love the hard work they put in, and they're doing it with style. College Park Rams, 9U. Everyone has them to clearly win this game, man. I like the Jungle Boys, and I would love to see them give them a competitive game. If not, take down the Giant. Everyone want to see Goliath fall. Will they fall this Saturday?
JPN TV, man. Y'all already know, man. Y'all stay tuned. We're about to get real nasty out here. Yes, sir.
This next game, one of my favorite. Spalding County Bulldogs, a.k.a. Nasty Boys, versus the Stockbridge Generals. That backfield, amazing. You got number 1, Chase the Workhorse. Number 2, Bug the Goat, Kalen Jordan. Man, that backfield is dynamic. They got a 1-2 punch out of this world, man. That running game is hard to stop. And they also have a balanced pass attack when needed. I just love the way these guys play a good brand of football. Very disciplined team led by a great coaching staff. Coach Shard, my homie, keep up the great work over there, man. You and the team are doing and keeping these guys always being competitive year in and year out. This is going to be a game to remember right here. Next up, we got the Stockbridge Generals. Yes, sir. Man, their run game is also dynamic. Number 28, Dominance Flanagan. When I tell you lightning fast, this kid is virtually unstoppable. You can only hope to contain him. He's going to find a way to find the crease, hit the hole, and find that end zone. The kid has a nose for it. He can see it with his eyes closed. I've seen him do it week in and week out. And that quarterback, Christian Cook, oh my God, that kid is him. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. He drops the dime effortlessly. He has great receivers. Man, he has a good pocket presence, and man, he just does a great job controlling and demanding that offense. And they can't go without mentioning my boy number 0, aka Baby Megatron. He is him, for real, for real. I love what they're doing over there in Stockbridge, man. It's hard to deny what these guys are putting out on the field, which is a great product on both sides of the ball. It takes us to 11U. You have your undefeated Ellenwood Gators going up against the Stockbridge Generals. This is going to be a pretty good game. Is Stockbridge going to be the team to knock Ellenwood off their throne? That's what I got last time after I picked against the tough, scrappy Stockbridge Generals, aka G Squad. I've counted them out a couple times this season, and they've always found a way to make it happen. But unfortunately, I'm going to have to pick against them again. I just don't think there's a team in this league that can take down the Ellenwood Gators. These guys are for real. That offensive line is second to none. They got size, they got physicality. They're very disciplined, well coached. The quarterback, man, he's amazing. He has great vision, knows how to find the seam, and he can pass the ball if needed. Check this pass out right here for a touchdown. Wheel route, drops it right between the defenders and gives him an easy path into the end zone. And his legs, he can do it to you. You got to respect his passing game, and you got to respect him on the ground. I've seen this kid produce week in and week out, very consistent on getting his team to win by any means necessary. The Crap Twins. Yes, sir. They don't take no crap. This was one of their most impressive games as they put a running clock on one of the top 4 seeds in our 11U division in the first half. That's very impressive. College Park Rams are no slouch by a long shot. As a matter of fact, after they took down the Griffin Bulldogs, there was no way I would have thought this would have happened to them. I love the G Squad, but if they don't come out this Saturday and give it their best, they're going to fall short to this high-powered Ellenwood offense. And the defense, hey, they're pretty tough as well. Ellenwood Gators versus the Jonesboro Falcons, a last year's championship rematch. This game has been highly anticipated, and most people called this game out in the beginning of the season, and here we have it. Who's going to come out on top? Let's hear from Ellenwood, Coach.
Yeah, them niggas already know what the play is, man.
What time it is?
They already know, man. We ain't doing no talking. We did our talking on the field, right?
Yes, sir.
Big dog right here, Brown, say we ain't gonna do no talking. We gonna line it up if they make it out the playoff in the championship. They got to make it out the playoff.
They got to make it out.
They got to make it out. Somebody might knock them off, but they ain't good enough.
It's it
I
right
got one man say to the Jonesboro coach, hey, Walt.
Well, tell them they ain't got to shake our hand up the game. They ain't got to tell the referees get us kicked up out the game. It's all over though. We ain't do no talking. They made memes, you know. They got to back it up. They hurt you, JP Penn. They hurt you, big dog.
Hey, like that was happening, me and y'all did to me.
Yeah,
That was cute. What's happening now?
Yes, sir.
So they got to get a first down before they can talk. They got to get a first down before they can talk, man.
Yes, sir,
They couldn't
Ski.
move the ball, big dog. That ain't even just talking. They couldn't move the
Name
ball.
of the game going forward, not backwards.
And guess what? We gonna call more plays next time. Big dog say we're not gonna run 1 or 2 plays no more.
Right.
Because it was just too easy. So we're gonna call multiple plays next time. Big dog made the call.
They gonna make it past 4? I don't know.
Oh man, right now I'm leaning more towards the Riverdale side. I think that team is very good coach team, well coached team. That number 5 man is becoming my favorite in this game. I think I'm a favorite with number 5. The 1-2 punch at North Henry is gonna be a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? They upset it, the number 1 seed at 5U, which is Ellenwood this past Saturday. But that number 5 special, man, And with everything they got going on at Riverdale, I think they might have what it takes to pull it through. You know what I'm saying? I think the boys gonna pull it through. It's gonna be a great game though, for sure. It's gonna be a great game.
I'm gonna stand on what I stood on. I said it last week on the show. Riverdale. I'm not gonna change it this week. Riverdale, 5U, champions. Yes, sir. I picked them last week, man. On the show, I said Riverdale for the upset. Yes, sir. But one thing we stand on over here at JPN TV, we keep the receipts. I picked them. I think they're gonna win it all.
This is gonna, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be one of them games where preparation matters. It's gonna come down to the team who wanted the most. You know what I'm saying? This championship game is for it all. The team who made the least mistakes, and the team that come out with a good game plan, man. I think it's gonna come down to that coaching, man. And it's gonna come down to coaching who wanted more. I think this sleeper game of the day. That's why I really believe I think this is a sleeper game of the day. I'm gonna throw a score out there of 25-18, man. I think it's gonna be a 25-18 game. Either way, it's gonna be a 25-18 game. It's gonna be one of them games, man. Action-packed. It's gonna be a high action-packed game. Either way, I think either way, it can go either way. Like I said, it's gonna come down to that coaching and what team wanted the most. That's what it's gonna be. What team wanted the most, in my book.
I totally agree. I'm gonna take the North Henry Tigers. I feel like North Henry right now, they're on a roll. I feel like they have put off a couple positive and strong wins in the last couple of weeks. And I think now it's only them getting out of the way of themselves to win the championship. If they don't make any mistakes, play the last game of football that they just played, I think they beat College Park, and I don't think it's close. I think it's a rematch of the homecoming game, 19-0.
It's gonna be tough, man. That's gonna be tough, man. I think College Park gonna make them adjustment. They're gonna come out there with it. They come ready. I think they had a good hard-fought game with that Jonesboro team with that big back and that speedy receiver, man. They gave them. I think that said it all. I think they're gonna be ready.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be ready.
We'll see. Let me start with this one. So this is one of the age groups that I pay very, very much attention to. And I think the best two teams are here. We have Riverdale, we have College Park. I think in this game, it's gonna come down to a couple things. Adjustments is one. I think from game one that these guys played this year, did Riverdale make their adjustments to College Park? And did College Park make their adjustments to Riverdale? I think this might be, if not one of the best games, the best game of the day because of the talent that's going to be on the field. I think we got a lot of great talent that's going to play in this 7U game. At the end of the day, I think it's Superman versus the Justice League. And when I say Superman, I mean Dun Dun. I think it's Dun Dun versus all those pieces that College Park have put together. And I think it might be too much for Dun Dun. So I take College Park for the win. Not taken away from Riverdale, but I think 1 on 4 and 1 on 5 is different. And I think College Park wins.
I'm gonna be honest, man. North Henry played us a better game than Riverdale did at our homecoming. You know, hats off to Don. Don is a great player to me in my book. You know what I'm saying? Lights out kid, great kid, outstanding kid, man. But he didn't get in that box, man, when we played him the first time. And you know, I hear what you're saying about this and that about him, which is I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? Because he is definitely a certified big dog for JFan TV. But you know, I feel like I feel like it don't do us no justice. I mean, you haven't seen us since week 1, and all I can hear you talk about is Don. But you know, we forgetting about the kid E5, man. You know, that's the one that really gave us problems, and I feel like a lot of people don't get that man his just due. That's the one who ran wild all over us. That's the one who got in the end zone 2 out of the 3 touchdowns, and the quarterback for Riverdale. Yes, I'll go on record to say that yes, we overlooked E5 so much, and we prepared so much for Don. Hell, we forgot about E5, and it's crazy to even say it, but we did. We were just so focused on Don and because of the impact that he made at 6U. But for, you know what I'm saying, like I said, this is not nothing against Don. I love the kid to death. Don't get me wrong, let's say that first. But like I said, man, he didn't get in the box against us. He scored an extra point. That's about it. Everything else, you know what I'm saying? He didn't get in the box. So E5 should be getting all that. If we going off week 1 against us, man, we should be talking about E5 and bigging up E5. You know, bigging up the quarterback, because that's the one who got in the box as well on the quarterback sneak. Those are the only 2 boys that scored on us. You know what I'm saying? And I love Don to death, but man, he ain't get in that box, man. You know, and I hear you talking about Don, and ain't nobody talking about Saya. Ain't nobody talking about CJ in that game. You know, it's just the things that I just feel like has been overlooked. You know, all season, everybody is still living off the impact that Don made at 6U. This ain't 6U ball no more. I'm sorry, it's not 6U football no more.
Okay.
A new sheriff in town. It's a new man in town, man. CJ is the best player in this league, man. Pound for pound in overall. And at this age group, he's the best player in my book. And he's going to prove it Saturday. He's been proving it week in, week out. He's been the best player on the field. Alongside with Chop, Saya, Osi, hell, our offensive line, man, the whole team been lights out, man. So I'm just going to be honest, man, it's not going to be close.
So
you know
it's
what I'm
safe
saying?
to say.
If you're going to be devil's advocate, you can play it. But I'm telling you, it's not going to be close, bro.
So it's safe
You
to
know what I'm
say
saying?
BT's going with college ball.
Yeah, I mean, I am, but man, you know, I think I'm just probably fed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they whooped them at 6U, man, but it's a lot of things done changed, man. I promise y'all it's not gonna be what y'all think it's gonna be Saturday. I promise y'all it's not. So y'all can go with all the getting in the camera flexing. That don't win no football games. Y'all can do all this, and folk can do all the yelling, jumping down. That shit don't win no football games. Excuse my language. That don't win no football games. That's all I gotta say about it, man.
For
That's
sure.
all I gotta say.
All right, we're going to go to 8U, man.
I'll be the ones that say that I did not have them in the championship. I had North Clayton in the championship. Yes, I'm gonna still stand by that. That was my final prediction of the showdown, the game that I wanted to see, the game that we all want to see was the Riverdale versus North Clayton game. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? We will not be able to see that game. But it's crazy that I'm even saying that we slept on Georgia Elite Stallions, the defending champions of at 8U. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy for us to even be talking like that about them. Maybe it's because I don't know, they aren't real boastful and bragging a lot on the internet. Maybe that could be, you know, in a lot of people's eyes, they are born, and you know what I'm saying, to what we probably are used to. You know, you got stepped on records at 8U, who they gonna let you know what they gonna do and this and that and third. They gonna, you know what I'm saying, they gonna be loud about it. They gonna let you know they there. Riverdale, man, they have they have a lot. I think that they have probably, to me, one of the most talented, you know what I'm saying, talented rosters at the age group. Like I said, I wasn't counting on Georgia Stallions to be there, and there's nothing against that program. I got love for Poncho and Rondell and them. I just thought that, I was going with North Clay, but they fought through. Maybe they used that fuel to get them going. A lot of people counted them out. A lot of people wasn't talking about them. Hell, I think a lot of people counted them folks out, man. So I think they're gonna come in there with a game plan, a different game plan than when they played them in week 3. And I think we're gonna have a real good football game. That's what I really do believe. I think it's gonna be a great football game. I'm gonna even go as far as say 7-6, that extra point. It's gonna be something like that. It's gonna be something that we may look at as real small, but it's very important to that game. It's gonna come down to that factor: who wins or lose. It's gonna be one of them for the championship. If you want me to give my opinion, man. Man, listen, I've been a fan of Riverdale AU all season, man. I think I'm gonna stick with Riverdale. I think Riverdale gonna pull it out. I like what Dean been doing with that offense and that defense. Been getting to the ball, flying to the ball. They haven't gave up a point all year. So I'm gonna stick with my guns and go with Riverdale in this one.
Yes, sir. Evaluating both teams, I think it's going to be a great game. It could possibly one to be the best games of the day. I think both teams on a hot streak. Both teams have put together a string of wins, and both teams on a good note to be going into the championship. Momentum is there for both teams. Originally, I said I thought Riverdale was going to win the game. And I'm going to say I think Georgia Elite probably going to end up winning. And I say this because that first game, we all seen it. Georgia Elite made a couple mistakes. And if you was there, you seen it, or you watched the game. Riverdale really didn't score again until fourth quarter.
It was in hostile territory too. I think they played.
Yeah, and it was a hostile territory for them.
They had Georgia Elite had they back to the crowd. That was big.
I think on a neutral site, it's a closer game. But I feel like I originally picked Riverdale. But I think I'm gonna take the Georgia Stallions just because of their offensive line and their defensive line. And I think that's gonna be the difference in the game, the trenches. I don't know if Riverdale can really stand up against that D line and that O line. If we talking skills,
we said that. I think that was something that I said week 3, that Georgia Elite, was going to just probably stand. You know what I'm saying? Just like roll all over them boys.
Yeah.
They made me a believer. I'm gonna be honest, because I was going with Georgia Elite in that one just because of the
like if it's a skill competition in backfield, Riverdale easy. I'll take Riverdale backfield. I just think this time of year it's cold outside. You got to be able to block and you got to be able to get pressure. And I think Georgia Elite does that, and I think they can do that and make a couple things happen and win the game.
Yeah.
I felt like Riverdale was gonna win because of the skill position. I felt that. And I still feel that Riverdale could possibly win. Not only possibly, but they're gonna win because of the skill position. But I just feel like the trenches is gonna play a bigger part in the skill position.
So in this game, what do you feel is the more of a bigger, who has a more of a bigger advantage? Riverdale skill or Georgia Elite or Georgia Elite big man? So I'm saying, so you feel like Georgia Elite's bigs will outweigh Riverdale's skill.
Yeah, for sure.
That's big. That's big.
For sure. Them skills can't get off if don't nobody block. I go on record to say Georgia Elite probably got the best defensive line.
I'm saying they've been coming all season, but you know what I'm saying, the first meeting, man, that Riverdale defense, man, was just all over the ball. They couldn't bear. Georgia Elite was struggling to move the ball. They moved it. Don't get me wrong.
It's early,
but it was a
early
struggle
in that game. And like I say, early in my soliloquy, Georgia Elite made a couple mistakes in that game that really determined the outcome of that game. They ran a double reverse on the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
So it's like logically.
He was waiting on they was waiting on the reverse.
Yeah, man, but you don't run a double reverse on the 1 yard line.
No, I agree. But Riverdale, but Georgia Elite ran that same reverse on like the 30 or the 40 yard line as well. They was waiting on it.
Yeah.
And I think they ran that same reverse on a critical down, on third down.
Yeah.
So I you know what I'm saying? I paid attention close to that game. I felt like Riverdale was prepared for that game. I think like Riverdale gonna be prepared for this game. But Georgia Elite is gonna be prepared as well.
I think so too. I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah, I think they both gonna be come prepared. That's why I said the headline for that game need to be Riverdale skills versus Georgia Elite.
Yeah.
Hall, trenches, the big man.
Yeah.
That's what it's gonna come down to.
And I think the trenches were in the game.
For sure. I'm not against that. And listen, I'm an advocate. I love the trenches. Yeah, that's all we spend. That's all I spend my time with our boys.
Yeah.
When we do the offense today, do the offense individuals. We had that. You know what I'm saying? I like to spend as much time as I can with the big man every day. Put in that critical time with them. You know, but Riverdale hasn't Riverdale hasn't failed all season with doing what they've been doing week in, week out.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't see them playing 12 weeks and falling down in the 12 week and laying down in the 12th week. I just don't see it. Nothing to take it. It's nothing against Georgia Elite, like I said.
I think it'll be a different task this time because there's a lot at its stake. Even in week 3, if Riverdale lose that game, they still can be in the ship because everything after that loss don't matter.
Yeah.
Same thing with Georgia Elite, and they proved it. Everything after that loss didn't matter because they back in the ship.
Yeah.
So it's like they got a little bit more edge to the game because it's like Riverdale, y'all undefeated. Y'all ain't been scored on. So we the champions, but everybody loving y'all. Yeah, for sure. The champions are going in as underdog. But the champions' biggest advantage, they got the trenches. And that's why I think the game will be won at. But if Riverdale win, I wouldn't be surprised because I think more than likely that's what's going to happen. Walk down game.
Shout out to I9U, man, for the great anthem for the Park, man. Shout out to them, man.
I think College Park wins the game, and I don't think it's close. I think it is College Park, and it's College Park by a lot. They're going to walk them down. Posted on the block, whatever the song say. But shout out to the 9U Rams. It's not close. I think this game is going to be 28-0.
I agree.
First down. College Park.
I agree 28-0. last game was 25-0. Yeah, last game was 25-0 College Park. This game 28-0, possibly 34. When I put eyes on both teams, playing at the same time this past Saturday. And I will be honest, and I will say Spalding looked more impressive against to me, a much better opponent this past Saturday. They pitched out a shutout 26-0. Stockbridge, of course, had their way with Jonesboro, 26-6. But watching that Spalding team, it looked like a much different team to me than the team they were when they played Stockbridge the first time. They look like you could tell they that woke them up. They needed that loss the first time to Stockbridge, the way they lost, how they lost. Just everything about that loss is probably, I feel like they motivated them to and woke them up. I feel like they've been here before. They done it. I think it's gonna be a much competitive game than before. That's what I will say. It's gonna be a much competitive game than before. I'll wait till after Moon give his pick first before I give a decision, because Smoot team is still Smoot team, man. The boys are still they number one for a reason. That's what I will say.
I took a lot of heat from the first position. Because I picked Stockbridge in the first position. I'm gonna take a lot of heat for this position because I'm taking Stockbridge in this position. And this time, I gave the Nasty Boys a lot of credit the first time, and I thought it was going to be a back and forth game. But seeing how so much the game was dominated by the Generals, I think it might get worse this game, only because Stockbridge have proven with every top team in this league, they're 3 touchdowns better. They're 3 touchdowns better. And it don't change championship Saturday. I think they're going to be 3 touchdowns better than the Nasty Boys. Hopefully the Nasty Boys can come out and compete, but I don't think it's close. Sorry. I love y'all. But I just think Stockbridge probably get it. Same score, 26-6.
I'm going 18-12 Spalding.
18 what?
For the upset.
18-12. 12.
18-12. I look at Stockbridge. I look at Stockbridge as a Cinderella team, man, because I'm gonna be honest, nobody expected. Nobody expected them to be
the last 3 out of 4 games. Stockbridge been the underdog. Yes or no?
Yeah.
They've been underdogs, right? They won the game. Oh, wait. I'm asking for a reason. I want to say they had Griffin. They had North Clay. They did have North Clay, but they had Union City, Griffin, North Clay, College Park.
It was underdogs in all of them.
And they somehow pulled it out. I'm gonna go. I might hold on, man. I'm gonna go on the limb. I might be talking out my room. I say, Birdie, pull it out. I say he win, upset, Stockbridge.
It is possible.
I just, you don't think, man? You don't think he's rolling right now? You don't think he has the momentum? And we say this about college, high school. We say that once them folks get the momentum, once they start gelling and they go on there and run, I give you a perfect example. Maybe old, but the Giants, the year they went on the run, they ended up knocking off the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Giants was a wild card team, but they jailed and they went on the run. I think Burdett has jailed and went on the run every time. Whether he's going to overtime, I think he's jailed at the right time. Oh, yeah. I say he knock him off. Wrong. Mhm. They play a physical level. So let me ask you this, Pam. So do you give Stockbridge a chance to keep the game closed? Or are you saying for real, like clock?
This their first meeting as well. Let's make sure everybody understands. This is the first meeting. It's the championship game. Yes, I agree with Penn.
I need to see if Penn saying clock or close game. But I feel like he's saying clock. But I don't think so. No, don't say that. Don't say that.
Give us a direct answer.
I think he rolling right now. That's all I'm gonna say. I think he's rolling. I'm not gonna hold it up on this age group, but I feel like I seen enough to think like they the kids, coaching staff, they done buy it in. They jailed. Momentum on their side. I think they pull off the upset, and we go to 12.
At this age group,
jinx nobody, because I haven't picked Burton all year. But I feel like, being honest, it's jailed. I think the kid and buying in. I don't think they were trying to outdo anybody at versus like 30, 40 game or trying to put up there. I think they're enough game and not to win the game on offense, trying to do enough to win the game on offense, do enough not to lose the game on defense. They play decent defense. I wouldn't say defense, I'd say they play defense, not great. They play enough to where Ben don't break. If we get a couple of plays on offense, trying to punch it in, we get 2 touchdowns, maybe 1, we're going to play good defense and win. I think that is Burdett going into it. I think we're sleeping a little bit on athletes on that team. Burdett has that. I think he has enough to compete with that. What I momentum, I think Burdett pull it off, man. And when I say that, y'all say oh, crazy, but when you do it, boom, you said it. I just wouldn't be surprised. And we can go to 12, but I wouldn't be surprised.
It's gonna be a good one.
You see, look, I'ma say Ellenwood. I've been with Jonesboro all year. I think I picked them to win it in the preseason. But just seeing and evaluating and just talking to the coaches, I think Ellenwood win this game, and I think Jonesboro give up a mistake or a touchdown and don't recover. From my understanding and what I see in this Jonesboro team is they dominated everybody. Are they going to be able to have that same attitude when somebody come back and you know, do what they've been doing to other teams to them? And I think that's what it was in the first game when they played them. So, with that being said, I'm going to take Ellenwood to win it. I think Jonesboro make a fight of it, but I think Ellenwood make it too hard and back-to-back for Ellenwood.
I like Ray. I like what he got going on with that program over there, man. Ray is a great coach. Got a great coach staff. I believe that who the defending champs? I want to say Ray's defending champs from last year, right? Yeah. So they're the defending champs in the age group. Not too familiar with that Jonesboro team, but I hear a lot of great things about them. And of course, I do know they are the defending champs from 12 from the previous year before. But like I say, I think Ray got too much over there, man. That team is really, really good from what I've seen, and keeping track of that team. I like Elwood. I like Elwood. Sadly, I think Elwood gonna win it.
Baby, I had to make it through the pain. Make it through the pain. When everybody said okay. Yeah. I had to make it through the pain.